Alaska has a very narrow maritime border between a foreign country, Russia, and on our other side, the land boundary that we have with Canada. It's funny that a comment like that was kind of made to, I don't know, you know, reporters. Yeah, mocked, I guess that's the word, yeah.
Well, explain to me why that enhances your foreign policy credentials.
Well, it certainly does, because our next door neighbors are foreign countries. They're in the state that I am the executive of. And
have you ever been involved with any negotiations, for example, with the Russians?
We have trade missions back and forth. We do. It's very important when you consider even national security issues with Russia, as Putin rears his head and comes into the airspace of the United States of America. Where do they go? It's Alaska. It's just right over the border. It is from Alaska that we send those out to make sure that an eye is being kept on this very powerful nation, Russia, because they are right there. They are right next to our state.
Let's get deeper on this. CNN senior political analyst Gloria Borger's here, CNN senior political contributor and Republican strategist Ed Rollins, and CNN political contributor and Democratic strategist Paul Begala. Ed, what do you make of it?
You know, I think they've done her a great disservice by sort of locking her down for 30 days. You sort of got to work your way into this right. game, and when you tell someone you can't see a reporter for 30 days, and then all of a sudden you're going to start with the biggest, the anchors. You know, it creates a lack of confidence. And what you need to do with every candidate is you sit down and you say, here's the 150 questions you're going to get asked. Give me your answers and we'll work on the answers. And then you put them out there. And they haven't put her out there for 30 days, and I think she obviously...
For those who like her, too, you know, a lot of the details don't matter, but if they allowed her to be herself, it would probably work out better. This was a very confident woman. The first presentation she made, she walked in the biggest crowd she ever had when Bush announced it. The second was the convention. She had great confidence. Right. She's lost her confidence. Well, I mean, how do you think they used Sarah Palin moving forward? Do you think they? I mean, do you think it was clearly? You think it was a mistake? Do you think at this point the public has turned?
It's turning. The public opinion is turning. But as just as a longtime campaign manager, I think Ed is exactly right. Candidate confidence is one of the most important things. Set aside my own ideological concerns with her. They undermine that confidence. You know, in the sports analogy, you know, it's like if a pitcher throws a bad game, or you put him right back in, right? You have to show the candidate that you have faith in him or her in this case. But they threw her right in with Katie Couric. A question that she'd been asked before too. This whole thing, I can see the moon from my backyard, so I'm an astrophysicist. You know, this notion that somehow proximity to Russia. I mean, it is a silly thing, and she should have had a good answer though, and she didn't. And it suggests that they're not building her confidence or briefing her the way they ought.
Well, you don't know, first of all, that they haven't given her those 150 questions you're talking about. Because I think they must have before she did her interview with ABC News with Charlie Gibson. But after that, they locked her away. And they took away Sarah Palin. And even she, judging by this interview, she doesn't know who Sarah Palin is or what she thinks either anymore. And I think it doesn't help her, and it won't help her. She heads into a debate.
We're going to show some more of the interview right after this break. Our panel will also still be here. We're going to talk about, we'll show you what Sarah Palin said about never second-guessing the state of Israel. We're right back.